Hey guys, it's me, Naomi, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching. Today I'm going to be doing this tutorial using some Urban Decay products. I'm going to start off with this Pixie Vitamin Wake Up Mist. I'm going to spritz this all over my face, and this is just going to give me some added moisture. I'm going to then take the Urban Decay Urban Defense Primer, and I'm putting this all over my face. This does a really good job of blurring out the skin and mattifying it a little bit. I'm then going to set my face with the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm going to be using my beauty blender to set my entire face with the powder. Dab dab dab, dab dab dab, dab dab dab, dab dab dab. Oh yeah. So to conceal the dark spots on my face and my birthmark, I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I believe that this is either in the shade Cacao or Cafe. I will make sure to link that in the description box below. But I'm going to be putting this on my chin, my birthmark, and the side of my cheek to conceal some of those dark spots. Can't talk today. For foundation, I'm going to be using the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade, I think this is Macao, and it's gonna look a little ashy and corpse bride on me, and that's because I was matching it to my neck, and I guess this doesn't really match my neck too well, but I'm gonna be blending this in with the Morphe R6 flat top brush. Yeah, it's gonna look real ashy. Like, I think this is just a little bit too cool tone for me, or maybe too neutral. But I know that if I went in with a warmer shade, that it would have looked a little too orange and been completely darker than my chest and neck area. So, it's a long and uphill battle when trying to find a foundation shade, let me tell you. So I'm just going to be stippling this all over my face and blending it in, and just to sheer out the coverage just a little bit, I'm going to be using that beauty blender just to kind of blend the coverage a little bit better too. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm going to be highlighting underneath my eyes, on my nose, and on my forehead. And then I'm going to let this sit on my face for a little bit, and then I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend out that concealer. And I really liked how this concealer just sort of added life back to my face, and I was very impressed with the coverage and the way it just blended out seamlessly. So I'm going to be blending out the concealer underneath my eyes and on my forehead and on my nose. To set this concealer, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm going to be setting that underneath my eyes and all those places where I applied the concealer. And I'm applying a little bit extra underneath my eyes just to catch any fallout from the eyeshadow. I may have gone a little too ham when applying this powder because I got some in my eye, and it was a little bit of a disaster, but I made it through. So then to shape and tame my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm using the spoolie end to brush out my brows, and I'm using the pencil end to fill them in. I think I'm definitely getting better at my brow product application. Like, my brows look better every time I practice filling in my brows, so that's pretty exciting for me. And then I'm going to take whatever is left of my Glossier Brow Boy. I'm using the shade Brown, and I'm going to be brushing those brows into place and taming them too. I love this stuff so much. I really got to reorder another one. So I'm going to be working with two Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes today, but first I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine, and I'm just going back and forth between both eyes to blend out that primer and make sure that it is completely dry on my lid. Starting out with the Urban Decay Ultimate Naked Basics palette, I'm using the shade Faith, and I'm going to be using this in my crease, and I'm blending that for a nice transition shade in the crease, and I'm using my Sigma E40 brush to do this. Going into the Urban Decay and Basquiat palette, I'm taking, and this is the Gold Griot, or Gold Griot? I'm not sure. I think it's Griot. Griot? I don't know. But I'm taking Sucker Punch, and I'm going to be putting that on top of Faith in my crease. Using a large shader brush from Sonia Kashuk, I'm going into Levitation from that same Urban Decay and Basquiat palette, and I'm patting that all over my lid. And for a little bit of extra color, but not too much, I'm taking Not For Sale, and I'm blending that in between my crease and my lid so that everything just blends seamlessly and looks beautiful. I'm then taking this brush from IT Cosmetics, and I'm using it to dust off any of the baking powder. Baking powder. So we're starting to look a little less like Casper's girlfriend. I'm taking Levitation from that same Basquiat palette, and I'm popping that onto my brow bone. And I feel like this is where things started to go wrong for me. So I'm taking this Urban Decay All Nighter eyeliner, and I bought this eyeliner from Nordstrom about a month ago. I don't think Urban Decay sells this anymore, but if they sell it on their own site, I will link it down below. But I wanted to go for a simple black eyeliner look, and in person I thought I drew my eyeliner too thick, but on camera it doesn't look horrible. So I kind of wish I had just stopped right here, but I didn't. So I'm taking this angled liner brush, and this is a brush that I got off of Amazon. If it's still available, I will also link that down below. But I'm using this to kind of fix what I thought was a disaster, and I'm just kind of trying to move that eyeliner that I already placed with the pencil around so that it's not super thick. And I'm doing this to both of my eyes. So I really thought I messed it up, so I'm going to be taking Influence from the Basquiat palette, and I'm going to be popping that all over my lid, and this is to help cover up some of that messed up eyeliner that I thought I messed up. And then going back in with that same liner brush, I didn't pick up any more product, but I am just moving the eyeliner that's underneath and just kind of bringing that to the forefront. So things are looking a little bit better. So then I'm going to be taking Not For Sale, and I'm going to be popping that on my lower lash line. And then from the Urban Decay and Basquiat collection, I'm taking this post-punk eyeliner and I'm popping that into my lower lash line, or like my waterline, so that I can have just a small pop of color. Just a very small pop of color. For my lashes, I'm going to be applying the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras, and I love mixing it with different mascaras for an ultimate faux lashes effect. But I'm just using this mascara today. And then for my finishing powder, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. pressed powder. I think it's the Bear something powder. I'll definitely link it down below. But I'm using this to wipe off any excess powder or translucent powder that we used for baking earlier, and just bringing some color back into my skin. For blush, I'm taking the shade NoHo and I'm popping that onto my cheeks. I really like this because it's like a mulberry, pinky. It's a very rich but almost cool toned blush. And I don't really wear cool tone blushes, so this is pretty cool. And then for my highlight, I'm going to be using the shade Now's the Time. I'm using the shade Now's the Time to glow up, and I'm using my Morphe M501 brush to apply the highlight. For my lips, I'm going to be lining my lips with this ColourPop lip liner, and this is the lip liner BFF3, because I wanted to go with something a little bit grungy, so I wanted a darker liner on the bottom. And then I'm going to be taking the lipstick shade Abstract. This is also from the Urban Decay and Basquiat collection. I ended up getting that eyeliner and that lipstick, I think like a day or two after I filmed the other video. And then to set my makeup, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm going to fan myself to let that setting spray sit. And this is the final look. Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.